Sure. Thank you. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of give a brief overview of the Exhibitor Center, talk a little bit about lead scanning, lead qualifiers. For some of you, this may be new. For some of you, it's just a refresher. But if anything comes up during it, feel free to type the questions there and Lexi will answer it. And then if there's some time afterwards, if there's anything else that needs to be covered, I can go ahead and do that. So the best way to go to get to the Exhibitor Center is going to be through the desktop app. You'll be able to find those links in your welcome emails. So once you get to the homepage, to start editing your profile page, you go to either the Exhibitor Center here, you have the pencil icon here, and there's also a button at the bottom. All three will take you to the same spot. It will go ahead and open up the Exhibitor Center page. You'll see your company name, and make sure you just go ahead and make sure it's MSP Summit 2024. From there, it takes you to your homepage. So we'll start with the company profile and how to build that out. So go on ahead and click on Overview, and Customize is where you're really going to do the look and feel and the branding. So you have the option to add a header image to the top of your page. So that's just a static image. You would just select the file you want, click crop, and save, and you'll see here that everything starts to build out. You'll see it in the preview mode. For any and all of the images and branding pieces that you have, you'll see here within the Exhibitor Center all the specs that you need. So if you have a designer or a marketing team that needs that, the specs are all readily available there. In addition to the header image, you're also able to add a header video at the top. So you can do it either via YouTube, Vimeo, or you can embed it as an iframe. So simply just click whatever platform you want, copy and paste the link in the URL of the video. You click out. You'll see now that the video is spinning up. It's now playing there. And there you go and have your header video. You're allowed to do a background image or a background skin. Again, you would just go ahead and choose the file you want, crop if needed, click save, and the same goes for the logo image. In the next part of the section, you will go ahead and see information. So this is the overview. So this is just a brief description of your company. We do like to point out that when people do search through sponsors and exhibitors, do a keyword search, it does pull from this overview. So if there are any specific keywords or anything you want to call out, to make sure when people are searching through profiles, be sure to go ahead and put that in your overview. Here also you can add your products and services. So any of the types of products and services you had, simply scroll through the list, click on that. You can go ahead and add multiple ones, so you're not limited to just one. And it's simple just to remove it. You would just go ahead and click X to remove it. The next part of your profile is your social media. So you'll see here all of the social media networks that you can add to your profile. I would point out that a lot of it already is pre-populated, so you only need the last bit. So you'll see for here, for instance, you have linkedin.com/company/. So all you're adding is what's after the /, or same here with x.com. It's already pre-populated, just pretty much adding the last bit there. And the last part here in the customization is just contact details. If you have a contact phone number, email, a website you have, if you want to add your company address, that all gets entered there. Another part of the customization you will see here is a virtual booth QR code. So basically what this is this is a QR code that you can share on social, on emails, anywhere else. This will take an attendee directly to your profile page. So you can customize it by color that you want. And here's the redirection URL. So in general, if you don't want to use the QR code, if you do want to have a direct link to your profile page that you want to share, simply open this and you can copy the redirection link, and that's the link that goes directly to your profile page. So you may not be interested in using the QR code, but if you want a shareable link, that's the redirection link. With the QR code, if they do scan it, you do actually get it in your leads report as a booth visit, and you'll actually see that it comes that they scan the QR code. So it is very specific. So if you do create it, simply click download QR code. The other part of the booth customization is the banner ad on the side. You would just simply select an image that you want to have there. You'd click save. For the banner ads, the only option you have is an external URL. So you can go ahead and just add any redirect that you would like. Simply add that URL in and then click create the ad. Anyone who clicks on the ad obviously will get the redirect, and you'll also get that in your leads reports showing who clicked on the ad. The next portion is the documents and links. So this is where you can upload documents or add URLs. The main difference between documents and products and services is the documents only live on your profile page. They do not populate into another library. So that is the main difference between if you're adding something between products and services and documents and links. Documents and links only live on your page. So you would upload a document, create a title, add an overview, click document. Again, it's an item that shows up in your leads. You'll see anybody who has clicked on the document. And as I previously mentioned, we do have products and services, which are a little bit different. This does show up on your page, and this also then shows up in the products and services library within the event app. So it all populates into one area where the attendees can search, and obviously they'll be able to see it on your page. So you would just select a category that your product or service that you have, give it a name. If you want a description, then you simply click add. From there, if you have a thumbnail, you can go ahead and add a thumbnail image that you want. Simply go ahead and save it there. And from there, also, you can add a URL. So if you want to link out to a product page or anywhere else, you would just add it there. Once you're done, X out, and it's saved. You'll see here that you do have a limit of 3 products and or services that you can add, and you'll see how many that you have used there. Prize Pavilion is pretty much the same setup as you were if you were to create a product or service, except that this is for any giveaways that you have at your booth, and it's more of a simple a name and a description. So you either can add a description of what you're giving away, or a description of what the attendee needs to do in order to get the giveaway, either visit your booth or whatever else qualifier that you have. You simply click add. Again, if you need to add a thumbnail, there you have it. There are no limits on the amount of prize pavilions that you can add, so you can add as many as you want. That covers the pretty much everything on the profile page. So next up in the exhibitor center, we have team members. So you'll be able to see all of your team members, booth staff that is associated with your company on the back end. If for some reason you are seeing that someone is not listed there, please go ahead and reach out to customer success and Lexi and just confirm. They do need to be a member of your booth staff in order to show up here as a team member. If they just register for a random pass but have not been registered as booth staff, they won't be here. And if they aren't here, they will not be sharing any of their connections or leads that they make. So you will want to make sure that everybody you register as a booth staff pass appears here. Within their profile, you'll see this little icon up here, and that means that they're sharing contacts with the team. So if at any point you feel like you're missing leads or they're not all there, you'll want to check to make sure everyone on your team is showing sharing contacts. And what they do, if they are not, they would have to log in and see here on the side where you see my connections, just make sure that that's toggled on. So if you see that they're not sharing contacts, they'll have to go in themselves and make sure that they're toggled that on. Also within the profile, you have different rights. There's admin, which means pretty much they can see everything within the exhibitor center and all of the leads. If you want to limit to what they can see, you can switch it to limited. And what that does is they will only be able to see their leads and connections that they made at the event. They will not be able to see anybody else's leads. So depending on how you want to set it up with your staff, again, admin has full rights. They'll be able to see all of the leads that show up in the exhibitor center. And then limited means that they'll only be able to see their leads. If you wanted to check and see if somebody has completed their profile, you'd simply click on View Profile, which would open up in a new tab. And here, if there's some people, depending on if they're C-suite or higher, sometimes they don't want to be visible from other participants. You can easily click on that icon and you'll see that now that they're not visible. And again, if you want to make them visible, simply click there if you want to make sure. I'll jump over to the meetings aspect really quick. The main thing here that you'll want to check is manage availability. So attendees do have the option to try to book a meeting directly with your company through your profile page. And here's where you'd manage the profile page availability. So this does not equal an individual's availability. So if you want people to come directly to you and say not book through the profile page, you can easily uncheck and there will be no meeting availability as far as booking through the event app with your profile page. But if you do want to have it, you can go ahead and either select all for each day, or if there's certain times, maybe you have some team meetings or during the lunch period, you don't want, people to be able to book it with your company, you can go ahead and select specific time slots also. Here too is where you'll eventually see if you do have invites come in, you'll be able to manage any meeting invites that come into your profile page and assign it to people. So last here, we'll jump over to leads. So within the dashboard here, as the event begins and opens up, you'll begin to see anybody who has visited your profile page, and this will be prior, during, and post event. And then Teams connections. As your team starts to make connection requests within the app, as your team starts to scan badges, it's going to populate here. You'll see the basics: first name, last name, job title, company, and created on. This is also where you'll go to export your leads. So at any time, you can go and export your leads, whether it be pre, during, or post event, and it'll all show up in real time. You can go and click export all your leads, or you can define a specific date and or leads to export. So the different categories you have is connected with your members. So again, that is a connection request within the app or a badge scanned. You could have confirmed meetings, people who visited or bookmarked your page, any of your items, your ad, any sponsored sessions, who attended physically. If your sponsor session is on demand, you can watch anything online. So within the physically sponsored sessions, you would see those scans in real time whenever you exported it. And again, you can do, if you want to do specific, see how a specific day was, how a half day was by hour, you can definitely go ahead and choose a specific start date and end time, and then simply click Start Export, and it's going to go ahead and export that in an Excel file for you and then show up in your downloads folder. Last but not least, this is the newest feature, which is lead qualification. So lead qualification has been around now for about 2 months. So it's still a fairly brand new feature that we are offering. So you'll see here We had the old way of making notation with the scoring and the tags and notes. That is still available. It hasn't been phased out just yet, but it will be shortly. So basically, with lead qualifiers, pretty much those are just additional questions, kind of like Lexi said, to get additional information. So that way you can better follow up with any of the leads that you scanned. So to create a lead, you'll simply click create a qualification field. And right now we have three options. Like I said, it's fairly new, 2 to 3 months. We're working on getting a number of different more options. But as of right now, we have single choice, which means that you can go and select one answer from a set of multiple answers. Multiple choice, which allows you to select multiple responses from a set of answers. And then a long text, which allows you to do any sort of free text and notes. When you're ready to go ahead and click one, you're simply just going to go ahead and grab the type you want and drag it over. From there, you'd go and click on the pencil icon to edit. So you could do something as simple as, say, let's say a scanner location. If you want to make sure to see who was scanning where, say you have a theater that you have, possibly another demo station, and let's say swag giveaway. This is a good way to track exactly where they showed up at your booth and where exactly you met them. Just a kind of example for that. Another example, say if we do multiple choice, you'd probably want to do something like their products that are interested in. So say you have a variety of different product types or topics, just simply go ahead and enter them in here. And you're not limited to three, pretty much as many as you want. So if you do need to add more than three, simply click add value. We do recommend not going over more than 7 or 8, as it can get kind of difficult after you're scanning to search through all the fields and answer that. And then, of course, the long text here, fairly straightforward. Most people use that either for, how to follow up and or notes. So basically anything that you want to be able to just say, follow up via email or follow up in 2 weeks or etc. So that is how you create the lead qualifiers. Really quick, we do have, you'll see now there's going to be an exhibitor resources page, and there are some videos here that shows you again, goes into how to create your company profile page, how to create the lead qualifiers. We do have the lead retrieval guide and the digital platform guide, which kind of gives you more of the written instructions. We do also have, I'm just going to show real quick, how to scan a badge and do your lead qualifiers. Welcome. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to use the scanning functionality during the MSP Summit 2024 on the Informa Tech Events app. So you're going to go ahead and log into the Informa Tech Events app and select MSP Summit 2024, and it'll go ahead and get you to this home page. You should see a camera icon in the lower right hand corner, and that's what you'll use to scan badges. When you're ready to scan a badge, simply click on the camera icon, line up the QR code, scan, and it'll tell you contact saved. From there, you can use the new qualifying feature. Simply click on qualify. It will go ahead and pull up your qualifying questions. Go ahead and answer the qualifying question. Click save. Now your qualifiers are saved. You're all set. It's as simple as that. So yeah, it's fairly simple. It's scanning badges like you used to in the past, but now you're able to just click on qualify and answer those questions. Um, Another note, the qualifiers are available in offline mode. So should you lose a network connection, or the Wi-Fi isn't that great where you're at, you can go ahead, still scan badges, still enter the qualifiers in offline mode. But you'll just want to make sure that when you reconnect to a network, it'll tell you that you have unsynced scans. So make sure to go ahead and sync those scans so that information's saved.